The Players' Championship Finals, Day 2, and another round of mayhem in Minehead. Would the V stand for Vincent and victory, or would the diamond produce a jewel? There was tension in the Max Hop Glen Duran match. Who would prevail? Who do you like here? Jackpot or MVG? A showdown you might just call perfect. And a yes for Yaza, or would Jamie Hughes get double-crossed? Today on High Roller Radio. Yes, second day of action at Butlins. It's been fast and furious. 16 more matches on 2 boards for this, the round of 32. Afternoon session day 2, announced DJ Gandolfini. 32 players left in the fight. Only 16 can go through. Will there be any casualties in the firing line? And my guess, my friend, is yes. There's the main stage lineup. All eyes on Mighty Mike and 80. How about Barney v. Cullen? On the outer stage, some good ones as well. Ratajski takes on O'Connor. Then, of course, we've got Durant v. Hop. A quick reminder of what they're playing for. 100K up top. 50 to second. That is some major coinage. All right, let's get at it. Guess what? The price was right again. We got some of this during the Gerwin Price Keegan Brown contest. Unfortunately for the Needle, there was no pink power today. None whatsoever. Gezi pinning double 8 for the whitewash mini session. 5-0 at the interval, and it was ice, ice, baby from there. Charlie Gray letting us know that, yes, he did complete the shutout. The bagel. Brown gets nada. The Welshman advances to the last 16 without a sweat. Now, while that was happening, Simon Whitlock was taking on Big John Henderson on the outer board, and I was losing my mind. No stream. You know you have a serious problem when the secondary stream goes down and you feel like a junkie in search of heroin. Fredo May was a tad more harsh. Embarrassing website, he said, from the Professional Darts Corporation. As far as I'm concerned, he went on, if I'm paying a fair chunk of money for their service, I expect it to be working 100% of the time. Otherwise, I'm not getting what I paid for. The issues are far too frequent. It's not even appearing for me on the PDC app, noted the Irish darts fan. Now, in fact, when the stream did come back, the game was over just in time to catch the Highlander seeing off the Wizard. 6-3 the final. Are we in for a big Hendo weekendo? Time will tell. Always a good win against Simon, he said. He's a class player. Bright lights, big city for Ricky Evans and James Wade. The spotlight on him. They hit the stage, but the machine was the only one running. He dominated. Look at this. Typical Wadey leading 4-1, and after the rapid one missed chances, he calmly walked up and went single, single, double. The 80 checkout. If that was good, how about this? Single, single, bullseye on the 82. No problem, no contest. Wade 6-1 in a blowout for handshakes. Darius Labanauskas got the jump on Ryan Meikle, won the first 3 legs for a commanding 3-0 lead. But credit the lefty. With not a hair out of place, he started to trim that lead. How about it? The Barber all square with 3 on the spin. Lucky D held for 4-3 on tops. Meikle came back to level again. Double 4, his confidence growing, and we'd go the distance. And wow, he'd complete the comeback against throw. Tops for the sensational 6-5 victory. Huge win for him, and you can tell, pure emotion and relief right there. Dynamite darts, a ferocious fight back. Yes, Ryan, tweeted Charlie Gray, carry on making us proud. And beating an opponent wearing a green-yellow shirt, noted the Darty Party podcast, must make it even sweeter. Which do you think is the more handsome duo? Mensur Suljovic, Danny Noppert on stage playing, or Stuart Pike, Chris Mason in the booth calling the action? All say the pair on the comms. Now, I missed most of this one. I was watching the outer board, but I can tell you that Suljovic came back to win 6-5 in a decider. It was typical Mensur afterwards. He was happy, even kissed referee Russ Spray on the cheek, and then gave him a big hug. Then he turned to the fans for a few more practice throws as he tossed some souvenir flights into the crowd. Just the stems and flights, of course. Otherwise, that would be dangerous. Stephen Bunting staring down the imposing figure of Jose de Souza, and he wasn't flinching. The bullet going rat-a-tat-tat on his way to a 5-3 lead. And look at that. Kicked off the ninth leg with his sixth maximum. Also had 11 140s. He averaged well over a ton. And this double 10 would seal it for the come on. He unloaded his clip on a 6-3 victory. All the Portuguese ace could do was applaud the effort. Luke Woodhouse, who dethroned defending champ Daryl Gurney yesterday, was hoping for another major scalp today in the form of Gabriel Clemens. But the German giant was not messing around, led 3-2 at the interval, and put his foot down from there. A little look to the darting gods. Prayer answered. He's off to the round of 16. They had the Blues on the outer board next. Ian White versus Vincent van der Voort. Sky Blue versus Diamond Blue. White was in charge early, but the Dutchman found some rhythm and fought back to even Steven. This double 8 made it 4-4, 3 on the spin. He liked it, gave it some. Then at 5-5 and against throw, he found this. A timely maximum. All fired up he was. But he'd miss one match start at double 11, and White was there to capitalize. Let loose on the big scream, tension released, and a jewel for the diamond as he takes down a 6-5 pressure cooker. Ian White giving it some after hitting the winning double, said Luke Jones. I love the new animated Ian White. And you know what, Luke? So do I. Buckle up for this one. Adrian Lewis, Michael Van Gerwen, two of the most talented players ever, and 80 came out swinging. Double 3 for the break and a 2-1 lead. MVG countered that the very next leg, though. He then began to light it up. 180 here, followed by the 76 checkout on double 4 for a quick 3 on the bounce and daylight. Lewis brought it back to 4-3, but look at this. 8th leg, Van Gerwen on the 9 darter, and yes, bam, double 12 for perfection. We got a couple of finger points, one here, one there. What a player. But so too is this guy. With his back against the wall, he turned it on, forced a last leg shootout, but yet another finger point will tell you who got there. The world number 1 did. He took out 72 with Lewis sitting on tops. Clutch. 6-5 the final. He kept putting the pressure on me, Van Gerwen said. It's always nice to do that for the crowd. Christoph Ratajski in tough against the Magpie William O'Connor. The Irishman had his clovers working, had daylight at 4-2, even more daylight the next leg when he polished off 32. He wins it 6-3 to clip the wings of the Polish Eagle. James Wilson towing the Aki on the big stage against Chris Dobie. The problem? Big stages are made for Hollywood. Dobie in a romp, 5-0 at the commercials, and yes, he'd win in a whitewash. The jammy Dodger had no answer. Glenn Durrant fell behind Max Hopp, but managed to claw his way back, reeled off 3 on the spin for all square at 4. The Maximizer backstage, feeling the heat. He was holding his own, though. Would force a decider. We got the sportsmanlike fist bump, and then against throw, Max landed this, the Max. A timely one, too, but wow, what a response from Duzza. Even still, Hopp would have 2 match darts on the 80 checkout, but no, ouch. Huge opportunity wasted, and Duzza made him pay with the single one, double one, wins it in the Madhouse 6-5, an absolute thriller, and he enjoyed himself afterwards, working up the crowd. Joe Cullen carried a 3-2 lead into the interval on Raymond van Barneveld, and let's just say the commercials were good to Barney. He came back out firing, just a ton here, but he was landing some big shots, powered his way to victory with 4 straight. A rock star will get an encore, but it ain't Cullen. RVB turning back time in Minehead. Mervyn King was lining up, taking aim, and finding his mark quite often against Dave Chisnell. Was a break to the good through 6 legs, leading 4-2. and playing well. Chizzy found the break he needed in the ninth leg, but he couldn't consolidate it, and the Merverts will be happy. Double 16 for game, set, match. Chizzy's been on fire. That's a massive victory. Voltage and Yaza next, with Rob Cross about to level things at 2 with Jamie Hughes. Hughes would hold and exit the stage with the lead as the commercials came. From there, though, Cross was all charged up. This double 16 good for the break. Some animation. He took out 104 next for 3 on the spin. This is how it ended. Double 18 for a 6-4 scoreline. He's a tough 180, just knows how to win. The congrats from Yaza. You have to come out and rev yourself, Cross said. I'm very happy. Our final match of the afternoon pitted Brendan Dolan against Michael Smith, and Bully Boy was cruising most of the way. The Madhouse here for a 5-1 advantage. The history maker did make it a match, but Smith was too good in the end. 6-4 your final, and there you have it. The round of 32 complete. There's only 16 left, and they'll duke it out tonight as the pressure mounts today on High Roller Radio.